Good day, my friends, and welcome back to Vocabulary Test Building in Blackboard Learn. We're continuing our series today with our fourth video, filling in Notepad and using the Algonquin Generator to create a test that we can upload to Blackboard. Tools required for this step are the Algonquin Generator, which you can find at this website, and also the Notepad test that you created. And that should look like this. And hopefully you have saved the file with a name that you'll remember for which cycle, which level, and what kind of test it is. I call it a full test if it's a full 34 questions in this case, one for each vocabulary item in the test. So, step one, very simple. Copy all the questions or as many questions as you want. Some people will prefer to do a 10-question practice test, a 15-question practice test, or a full 34-question practice test. I'm going to create a full practice test in this case. I could use my mouse to copy paste, or I can hold down Control and press A, and then still holding down Control, I can press C. And now I've copied my test. I can use Alt-Tab to go to my web browser, and oh, here it is. I click on the space, and holding down Control, I press V for paste. And I'll just quickly check and make sure all of my questions are there. And as I go along and check, I'm going to take a look and make sure that my asterisk is in the correct place. Whoops. Need to use my arrow keys to move up. Yep, my asterisk is in different places all the way through. Good. When I randomize the questions in Blackboard, I won't have every answer being the same answer. Looks good. I've checked my grammar on my questions. My items look very testable. It's a complete sentence. Okay. Now I get to name my quiz. I'm going to call this Level 2. Oh, look at all that. So, well, I'm going to change that right there. That's going to be cycle. Whoops. Hello. I want that cycle 5, week 1, and I'm going to call this full 34Q, and I know that it's a full test with 34 questions. Now, when you're making your tests, you have a choice with this generator, which is really great. So if you don't want to make multiple choice questions, if you'd rather do true or false or something else, you can use this generator to do that too. We're going to focus on multiple choice questions because that's all this intensive program really does. I'm okay with that. Everything looks good. I come down to the bottom and I click Generate Test Questions. Up at the top, it says Test Generation Successful. Yay! And the box is turned green. If I click that button and something goes wrong, the place where it goes wrong will come up as red, and then I can edit that question and try to regenerate the questions. So, next step, I download my test questions. And I don't know if you can see it at the bottom here, but it's right there. And if you're unfamiliar working with Chrome, you just click that little arrow, click Show in Folder, and there it is. Now I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to keep it someplace safe. And I want to keep it in a folder for this cycle, so I know where it is. Control V. And there we go. And there's my test I can upload to Blackboard. And maybe I'll just create a folder called tests to go to BB, and I'll just put that in there. And now I know that this is an uploadable test for Blackboard. And that is the extent of this step. We can now open Blackboard. Whoops. There we go. And move on to the next step. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments down below. And again, remember that the Algonquin Generator is brought to us courtesy of Kimberly Unger and her most excellent work. Thank you very much, and have a great day.